This is the first video in a series of 7. Its subject is a program called How to Know God, a Practical Guide to Enlightenment. Basically what this is an adaptation of the Essene model of achieving oneness with God, utilizing modern sciences of neuroplasticity and heart-mind coherence, and learning how to function in conjunction with your higher mind. I'm going to read through these. Again, they're divided into 7 phases. I would suggest that you complete each phase completely before going on to the next one. You can come back and work through again, but at the end of each one, pray about it, check inside. Make sure that you have completed it to the best of your ability before you move on to the next one. So I'm going to read these. This is phase 1. When ethereal spirit projects into dense matter, a fracturing occurs. Awareness splits into from superconscious into conscious, subconscious, and unconscious. The ego is a product of this separation. The problem arises when the ego forgets its identity beyond form. The ego is a fear-based thought system. Its mechanisms are based on avoidance of pain and the experience of pleasure. It is a learned system based on trial and error, and therefore keeps our awareness trapped by the past. It is of this world. It is the dualistic mind. Its true purpose is to be a tool of awareness, a catalog of experience. It will never find fulfillment, never be complete, until it reconnects with true self. Our goal is to rebuild our consciousness to operate as a more integrated whole. For this to happen, we must release our attachment to the ego mind so that it may step aside and find its true place. As long as it is at the forefront, other layers of awareness and function remain in the background. We want to regain conscious access to the immense power which is the connected self. The first step is for the ego to understand that it alone is powerless over the immensity that is existence. It must, in order to evolve to the next stage of development, accept its limits. Only at this point can consciousness begin to integrate higher power. The second step is to come to an understanding that it is through reconnecting with higher power that we move into the connected self. It's the flip side of the coin. By releasing who I think I am, I find my true self. And as such, the degree to which I find connection is directly related to the degree to which I admit and accept the powerlessness of the ego mind. It's a God paradox. The third step of this phase is to give myself to my higher power. There are many names given to higher power, but here the name is unimportant. The important thing is that we abandon ourselves to that higher being. So whether we call it God, Goddess, Allah, Krishna, Buddha nature, Gaia, the Tao, or the universe, we surrender ourselves. From this point on, I can release my opinions, my preferences, and my striving for some particular outcome. My existence is an extension of the will of the universe. In effect, it always has been, but now I become a conscious participant in the unfolding. The source of my life becomes the source of all power and all wisdom. Little me becomes the connected me, the agent of God. This is liberation from limitation. Here we take our first physical action along this pathway. We follow the decision we've made with the prayer, spoken aloud. There's something to do with the vocal vibration. I use the word Father in addressing higher power. You may choose to substitute any words that work more in conjunction with your faith. The prayer follows. Father, I offer myself to you, to build with me and to do with me as you will. Relieve me of the bondage of self. Take away my difficulties, that victory over them may bear witness to those I would help, of your power, your love, and your way of life. I ask that you guide my thoughts and my actions this day, and that you make me sensitive and obedient to your will. May I do your will always, and so it is. I encourage you to begin each day by saying this prayer or a version of it. It puts the day in perspective and allows us to move forward in a new direction. My life is now in the hands of God. Also, life gives us the opportunity to put the meaning of this prayer into action every day. My favorite place to practice it is in line at the grocery store. Driving provides ample opportunity as well. The practice of this principle is the greatest remedy you will find to life in our modern culture. That completes this first phase. In the next, we begin to get to know the ego mind and its operations, so that as we move forward, we can better understand its traps and pitfalls. And as such, we will begin to answer Apollo's call from his temple at Delphi to know thyself. This is the end of phase one. I will post a link to the website that contains this information, as well as some other good stuff on there. I'll post that in the comments. So good luck, and happy stepping.